Halloween, as we know it today, started out as a cultural experience where everybody gathered together. Like in my head, I'm thinking like people dance around bonfires and eating lots of food, and like I don't know that that's real or not, but that is not what Halloween is today. So where did that change start to take place? Where it was originally meant for this, and now all of a sudden we get people dressing up as Superman and mummies going around egging houses. I mean, at least
Yeah.
that's what I did as a kid.
Yeah. Me
Getting
too.
yeah. How did that is a major shift. How did that start to happen?
Well, it's a lot of centuries. So, the church becomes really important in medieval Europe, you know, pre United States, pre America, um, that we know of. And on those two holidays, those two church holidays, All Saints and All Souls, become really, really important. And there's a couple of things that translate to our contemporary Halloween, although it's not a direct line, but church holidays were charity holidays. They were a time where you could go out and beg from your neighbors and receive food and money. It happened on all the church holidays, not just All Hallows, which is November 1st, or All Souls Day, but all the Christmas, Easter. It was a time to the rich would give to the poor. It was a time to kind of equal the playing field, time of generosity. So that idea carries through, but when Halloween came to this country, I mean, trick or treating was the last piece of it to fall into place and didn't until about 1940. So, the difference between 1500 in Europe and 20th century in America, there's a long line there. I think Halloween came to the United States, to early America, in folklore, from people who knew it in Ireland and Scotland and had a lot of superstitions about it or a lot of traditions about it. And they brought those over to the United States. But if I can go back just a second, um, Halloween, the secular holiday, separated from All Hallows, the religious holiday, around the 1500s, 1600s, definitely in Scotland, where you can start seeing literature that talks about the Night of the Witches, which is different from All Hallows. It's All Hallows Eve, and it becomes a time for people to gather together, tell ghost stories, look into the future, but it's definitely secular. And that's the Halloween that eventually came to America, because we still celebrate All Saints and All Souls. Everybody, many, many, many churches do. But Halloween, the secular holiday, came over in the folklore and the traditions of people who had celebrated it back in Scotland, Ireland, Wales.